Shoot. Come on, shoot, shoot. Hold it. I win.
What's your name, Private?
James Bustard.
Count yourself a tough man?
None tougher than the 7th or any other damn Yankee regiment. General, sir. But I'm forgetting. It isn't General anymore, is it? Maybe you ought to be taken down another peg or two, General. I fought against you at Gettysburg and Appomattox. I don't fancy us being on the same side.
Easy, soldier. Fight's over.
Welcome to the regiment, General.
Captain Keogh, he won't carry any tales.
My name is George Armstrong Custer. Rank, Lieutenant Colonel, United States Cavalry. Formerly, Brevet Major General. Found guilty of dereliction of duty and suspended from rank for 1 year. By order of General Phil Sheridan, reinstated commander of the 7th Regiment as of now. The 7th was my first command after the war. I was proud of it. I intend to be proud of it again. Take a couple of men in a wagon and get my gear from the railroad station. Don't be nervous about the dogs. Quite gentle. And return that mule, Sergeant.
Yes, sir, but you see, I'm
Don't
not...
ever contradict your new commanding officer, Sergeant Bustard.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes. Attention! I was court-martialed for being absent from my post without official leave. Should any of you commit the same crime, I shall consider him a deserter and ordered to be shot. Good night. especially careful with that trunk. At ease, Captain. I believe you welcomed me to the fort last night.
Begging your pardon, sir, but the general is mistaken.
You are Captain Keogh, aren't you?
That I am. But I've never laid eyes on the general before, sir.
Then we must get acquainted soon, Captain. And my rank is Lieutenant Colonel.
As you wish, General.
Trooper, take these animals to the cookhouse and see that they're fed. Isn't it Captain Reno bearing down on us?
Oh, then you're acquainted.
Captain Reno never quite got over the fact that I followed him at West Point. And now he has to follow me. The salt that really burns the wound is that I graduated 34th in a class of 34.
Custer, General Terry left orders.
Stand at attention.
I beg the Colonel's pardon. I wasn't aware the Colonel had been returned to active duty.
Where is General Terry, Captain Keogh?
He's on patrol with the 5th Cavalry, sir. He's due back in 2 days.
2 days. Sergeant Bustard, saddle my horse.
Yes, sir.
Oh, for your information, Captain, I'm not on active duty until I report to General Terry. Stand at ease.
The boy, General. You'd think they'd have more sense than to reinstate him.
Why now?
I've served with him before. Look at him. 28 years old. Arrogant, conceited. Never mind. You'll find out.
I'm looking forward to it.
There's General Terry in the column, sir. We can wait here. They have to go through the valley and come up this way.
Down there, Kyle. Are they on General Terry's line of march?
They'll knock off a dozen of our men for sure.
Not if we can help it.
They'll ride right into that hornet's nest. They've got to be warned.
Wait. Miss Kyle, we're too close. One shot and they'll be right on top of us.
But General Terry in the 5th, sir.
Instead of letting Terry come to them, let's take them to him. Let's ride, Sergeant.
Reform the column, Captain.
Yes, sir. Lieutenant Colonel Custer reporting for duty, sir.
I expect to see you in my office first thing in the morning, Colonel.
Afternoon, General Terry. I heard shots. Any trouble?
Nothing important.
I'm William Timon, the post sutler. Wait, you're General Custer. I've seen pictures of you.
Been plenty of them printed.
I carry all the officers on my books. Just ask for anything you want, anytime.
I'll remember that, Mr. Timon.
Remember, Anything, anytime.
Thank you.
Good.
Santa, my friend. Well, I didn't expect to find a Sioux in Satanta's Kiowa country.
I've asked my friend Crazy Horse, war chief of the Lakota Nation, to come and listen to your words.
Crazy Horse. Good, good. You saved me the bother of looking you up later.
Have many such guns?
As many as you want, and all the shells you can shoot.
Where can we get them?
You buy them from me.
Good. We trade for buffalo hides.
No, not for hides.
What is it you want? Our land? Our women? What do we have left that the white man hasn't already taken from us?
Gold. My price is $100 in gold or money for each gun, and I'll throw in a case of shells for every one you want.
But we have no gold or money.
You can get it.
Bring the guns. We will get the money.
This territory is in a state of war, and it's time that you remembered that.
Uncle, I am not a child you can frighten with tales of wicked red men who eat their young.
For the last time, I forbid you to ride beyond the limits of this post without an escort.
And for the last time, may I remind you that I'm fully capable of looking out for myself. Oh, I beg your pardon, Colonel. Please forgive my clumsiness.
My fault entirely, Miss,
Anne Landry.
Miss Landry. You wanted to see me, sir.
I expected you an hour ago, Custer.
I wasn't aware you'd specified the hour, General Terry.
Custer, for the record, I don't like you. You're too sure of yourself. Too much your own man.
And why did you bring me back?
Because, by the Almighty, you're a soldier. There's another kind of war brewing out here in the frontier. We're going to need every trained man that we can get. And that's why I supported Phil Sheridan in his campaign, to give you another chance.
No matter what your reasons are, I thank you.
Save your thanks. So long.
Hut! 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 Hold!
I want you to take a look at your new command.
Hut! Hut! Hey! Hut! 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 Hut!
The scum of the earth. men in uniform can be arrested or tried for any civil offense. That makes the Army a hideout for thieves, renegades, murderers. Throw in a few foreign immigrants, professional soldiers, and ex-Confederates, and that's what's become of your glorious 7th.
I've made fighting men out of worse than these.
What you've made are powerful enemies who fought against your reinstatement, men who want to see you fail, disgraced. My orders are to give you and your 7th every dirty, back-breaking job that comes along.
Where do you stand in this?
I'm a soldier, not a politician. We'll go by the book, nothing else. You understand me?
I always understood you, General. The trouble is, you never understood me.
Blasted girl's no better at taking orders than you are.
Sergeant. We've got a lot of work to do. And you can begin by releasing those men. We're gonna make cavalry soldiers out of them.
Yes, sir.
Hey! All right, let's start from the beginning. This is a horse. It's got 4 legs, 2 more than you got. It is something you ride. And in order to ride it, you gotta get on top of it. Do you understand that, Oblinsky? All right, now I'm gonna show you again. And watch. Prepare to mount. Mount. Prepare to dismount. Dismount. All right, now let's try it again. Prepare to mount. Mount! Straighten up those ranks. You're supposed to be cavalry soldiers. Of all the blasted, nit-witted ninnies I've ever had the misfortune to meet up with.
Not too hard, Sergeant. Men, you're making progress. Just keep at it long enough and you'll see how easy it is. Carry on, Sergeant.
It's easy enough for you officers. You don't have to run that obstacle course.
Who said that?
Cavalry, back from patrol. Take care of these monsters for me, will you?
Hi, General.
Dang and blast the river, General! If you ain't a sight for sore eyes!
Hell up on you, Joe. You smelly old goat.
It's been a long time.
Too long. I see the 5th have wounded.
Yeah, we suffered a mighty casualties. Them Kiowas is getting further shooting a whole lot better.
Well, that's Terry's niece with the column.
Yeah, she come to busting on to us out yonder.
You better go have a look.
Yeah, I'll go catch old Kitten or I'll spend the rest of this campaign afoot.
I'm glad you're back safely, Miss Landry.
There was no need for concern, Colonel Custer. And please don't tell me my uncle was right about my riding alone. I know he was. I was just too stubborn to admit it.
You and I have a lot in common.
That's what the general tells me.
Am I held up as a bad example?
A very bad example. On Wednesday evenings, General Terry usually asks the officers of the 7th to dine with him. Will you come tonight?
My privilege and pleasure, Miss Landry.
There's gold in the Black Hills. Government orders are not. There'll be a rush of fortune hunters out here bigger than 49. There aren't going to be enough troops in the country to keep them out.
And after the prospectors will come the whiskey traders and the land speculators.
And then what, General? A major attack by the tribes. I'm loath to agree with Captain Reno in anything, but in this he's right. As professional soldiers, we'd best leave the question of morality to those whose job it is. Our job is to fight. A well-trained, fully complemented 7th could handle anything they could muster.
The 7th has its assignment, Mr. Custer. Training and work details.
That attack comes tomorrow, those men will be as useless as a gaggle of geese in a barnyard.
Change the subject, Mr. Custer.
The subject is important, sir.
You're forgetting yourself, Mr. Custer.
I beg the General's pardon. Request permission to withdraw.
Permission granted.
I'm sorry, Miss Anne, for not thanking you for your excellent dinner.
For a moment, I was afraid you were apologizing for losing your temper. I never can do that either. You like fighting, don't you? Why?
Half my life has been spent as a soldier. When I was a boy, I read about Napoleon's cavalry commander, Murat. He never worried about finding his way, for he always rode to the sound of the guns. Without the sound of the guns to ride to, I'm lost. Can you understand that? Company B in case of attack. Captain Tito, form up and mount Company C. No packs, 20 rounds to each man. Iowa. Sergeant Mustard.
Yes, sir.
Go get Company B and bury these men.
Yes.
Captain Keogh.
Aye.
Move out. Jesse, move out! Wagon and escort to Fort Dodge, sir, were attacked by Kiowas. The entire detail was massacred.
Every man?
The only way to stop them is to hit them hard, now. We can strike from two different directions in one
Mr. Custer, the duties of the 5th Cavalry are to pursue and engage the enemy when necessary. The duties of the 7th are to provision Fort Hays for the coming winter.
The 7th is supposed to be a cavalry regiment, not a labor battalion.
The 7th will be whatever I order it to be, Mr. Custer. You have your orders. Dismissed.
As you were. Are you aware, Mr. Keogh, that there's a military regulation against officers fraternizing with enlisted men?
Extenuating circumstances, sir. I share my quarters with Captain Reno.
Oh, I see. In that case, carry on. But must you go on playing that dirge? I think we could all use a little cheering up, Captain.
Sure, and you're right, General. There's a lively little tune from the County Limerick. And I've been thinking, too, it would make a smashing regimental song for the 7th.
Evening, General.
Hello, Joe. You still working?
Oh, I'm just bedding that old mule of mine down for the night. Say, General, I reckon I know you well enough to say something to you. You look like you might have a touch of the colic.
What cure do you recommend, Joe?
Well, there's only one cure. That's just to lie it out and hunt yourself a change of scenery.
You know, you might be right.
Of course I'm right. Now, it just happens that me and Captain Keogh was planning on going bear hunting in the morning. Why don't you just trot along with us?
Can you guarantee me that that's a sure cure for the colic?
You betcha.
In that case, I guess I might as well go along.
We're gonna be taken off by daylight.
I came out here to fight Crazy Horse, and I ended up hunting bear.
Man, there's a big grizzly.
Take a shot at him, Mr. Keogh.
Yes, I will, General.
I've used bigger charges. I can't say I was very enthusiastic about pulling the trigger.
You sure can't kill him at that distance. I sure don't look forward to going after no wounded grizzly. What's the matter? Both your knees?
Be kind to me, Lee, California. No, only bruised it. But did it get him?
You hit him, all right.
Only wounded him. Well, got to go after him. Can't leave him suffer.
California, you keep an eye on Mr. Keogh. I'll track him. And you stay put. You've done enough for one day. I'll circle around that way and try and grab him back toward you.
Oh, and here I was thinking you were trying to grab all the pleasure for yourself.
General, we've snuck in pretty close to Blackfoot country. It's right over the ridge yonder. You don't suppose they heard that shot, do you?
I can't be sure. But I'll keep my eyes open for them, and you keep your eye on me.
Throw me my rifle, would you, General?
Here, I'll get it. That shot.
Are they still at war with the Sioux and the Kiowa?
You betcha.
General.
Nothing we can do for him now.
Crazy Horse. Blackfoot have Crazy Horse. Sue and the Blackfoot are enemies again. It'd be mighty inconvenient if all you fellows ever got together. There's not much danger in that, though, is there? How'd they get you?
You are a fool.
Am I?
You could have counted on them to do it for you.
Do what?
Remove my spirit.
Kill you? That's not why I'm here, Crazy Horse.
Then why?
I want you alive. You're the most important hostage I could have. You're going to be my passport through Sioux country back to Fort Hays.
You are still a fool.
Maybe. How'd they get you? These feeble old women and children. You're a brave man. If you are a man.
Careful. Do not speak to them harshly, or they will run weeping to their mothers.
We are men. We need help from no one. We have killed bluecoats by the hundreds.
Where? In the safety and comfort of your lodges? I could crush the both of you with my 2 fingers. Make you scream with pain like unweaned children.
Then do it.
My hands are tied. Is it to keep you from twisting off your nose?
Don't think I could kill you?
I think you could aim that rifle at my head and shoot off your foot. Now, if you'll be good enough to cut my other hand free. Now they will dress him like a squaw. Are you able to run? I need no help from my enemies.
I'll cover you.
I will not owe you my life.
You came back to help me, didn't you?
I came back to make you my prisoner.
You don't hear me complaining. You'll expect a charge any minute. All right. Make a run for it together. Let's go.
thought you'd take the regiment back up there on maneuvers, did you? And then, as long as you happen to be in the area, you might try to recover his body. Well, isn't that what you had in mind?
Well, yes, sir. I feel I owe him at least a proper burial.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
But because I didn't think he'd let me, sir.
You thought correctly. For all of his faults, which were legion, I'm just as sorry to lose Custer as you are. Maybe more so. There were hundreds of times when I wished him in Hades, but there never was a time when I didn't respect him as a fighting man.
But you won't let me look for him, will you?
Maybe. And just maybe, if he were still alive, I'd let you go look for him. But to take a risk of that magnitude merely for the sake of a proper burial...
Is it really such a risk, sir?
That canyon is right on the edge of Blackfoot country. Here. It's right here. Now, a little hunting party is one thing. But to get that close to their land in full regimental strength, it might not only be an invitation to open warfare, but it might also have the highly undesirable side effect of uniting two deadly enemies, the Sioux and the Blackfeet.
And you wouldn't take a chance like that for Custer?
I wouldn't take that kind of a risk for any man alive, with the possible exception of Custer, if he were still alive.
But, sir...
Dismissed. Yes, sir.
Well, too risky. Might start a war. Might stop the Blackfoot and the Sioux fighting each other and gang up on us.
You know he's right.
Well, maybe you're willing to take his no for an answer, but I'm not.
I think he means it. Sleep well? Are you well enough to move on?
Where?
I thought I mentioned it last night. I'm taking you in with me.
I will not be your captive. You will be mine.
Well, I'd say that's open for debate. Wouldn't you?
I do not fight with words.
I know you don't. But until we're out of Blackfoot country,
defend yourself.
What do you say? Should we call it a draw?
What's that?
That means no winner and no loser.
Then who is prisoner and who is master?
Neither one. Until we get out of the Blackfoot country, we stick together.
Why together?
We stand a better chance together than alone. You know that as well as I.
Until we cross the Rosebud River, we help each other?
To the best of our abilities.
And after we get across?
We return to the more comfortable state of being mortal enemies.
I accept that. I will try it.
You know the country. You lead the way.
Well, he's letting us go on patrol tomorrow, around the Rosebud.
It's about time. You know, some of them Sioux's been poking around down there a whole lot lately. Like they lost something. Crazy horses, people. You know, that's a funny thing. I just can't rightly figure it out. Crazy Horse is a lot smarter than to go fiddling around that close to home unless he's got an awful good reason.
Oh, well, it'd not be them I'd be interested in. They're no threat to us at the moment, only a nuisance.
Oh? Then what are we going down there for?
Well, I got a feeling. Now, it's just a feeling, mind you, that the General would not be too surprised if we sort of got lost and took a good look at that canyon where we left Custer.
I thought General Terry told you that he didn't want you going near that place.
Only with the regiment. His orders, as far as I can tell, did not include a puny, inoffensive little patrol of 10 or 12 men.
Know what? You're fixing to get you and me in a whole pack of trouble, that's what.
Well, if the prospect of that frightened you, I'd not be wanting you to come along if you'd not want to go.
Who said I didn't want to go anyhow?
You're like a cavalry trooper, Crazy Horse. Accustomed to getting blisters everywhere but on his feet.
A Sioux warrior does not walk on the ground like a squaw. I stole my first horse from a fur trader when I was 10 summers old.
Wish you hadn't lost the knack. You'd do with a couple ponies right now. Not to mention something to eat.
Eat?
No thanks.
White men eat raw oysters, cook frogs, but grow pale about eating worms. You have strange ways, Yellow Hair.
From your point of view, I agree. But on the other hand,
reclaim this land, Yellow Hair. Tell him about the white man's might. Tell him how you will conquer his land. Go on, Yellow Hair. Tell him about the white man's ways.
Thanks for your help. They just want you very badly.
Yes.
What did you do to them?
Whatever it is a man does to his enemies.
And us? What makes us enemies? The colors of our skin? Yours is hardly darker than mine.
You have said enough.
I'm beginning to understand that story about you.
What story?
It's probably just a rumor, but since you asked, it's been suggested that you were born of white parents.
Yellow Hair, don't you ever say such a thing to me again.
What do you suggest? We lay low or keep moving?
Keep moving until we cross that river. And we can be enemies again.
I told you they was a poking around where they didn't have no business.
What are they doing in these parts? If the Blackfeet catch them, they'll be roasted on a slow fire.
They're looking for tracks, just like they'd lost somebody.
You don't suppose... Oh, no.
What?
They're looking for Custer.
Nah, the general's dead.
And yet he just might, by some wondrous turn of fate.
Nah, forget it. The general's dead.
Yellow Hair is a fool.
I want you alive. Crazy horse. Wait. Arsenic.
What?
A deadly poison, present in some mineral up in the spring.
If you drink that, you die.
You speak the truth. For you. But my people have learned to drink bitter water. The white man made it necessary.
It's remarkable what the human body can get used to.
Not all things. Not slavery.
I fought against slavery, Crazy Horse.
During your Civil War? And now you fight for it?
You're wrong. We don't want to enslave your people. You know that.
I've heard those same words spoken by your Indian commissioners. And they lied. They tried to take from us everything that we have known and try to make us over in the image of themselves. Is your way of life so fine, so great, that no other should exist?
If I were a philosopher, I might have an answer for you, Crazy Horse. But I haven't. But this I do know. Our country will be great someday. But only if it has a chance to grow. Time always brings changes. No people can stand still. Without progress, they die. As many ancient civilizations have died before us.
You may speak truth, Yellow Hair. But it does not make the love of our people for their way of life any lesser. You really do not understand us. You cannot see the beauty we see. You cannot feel the emotions we have.
We are all human. And we can learn to live together in peace.
We'll be making camp here tonight, and tomorrow morning we can be scouting the boat. I guess the general was right after all. We've come a bit close. I'm thinking we'd best be moving out.
This is the river you call the Rosebud. Once we are on the other side, the Blackfoot will not dare to follow. Then we are free to be enemies again.
Yes, I know. It looks like you take this round.
I do not wish to kill you now. You have more value alive.
That's the finest compliment I've had all day.
Wait! You Jacopo.
What's on tap for tomorrow, Captain? We gonna look for the Colonel's body?
Nope. The General was right all along. All we've done is stir up a hornet's nest to no good purpose whatsoever.
And tomorrow?
Back to Fort Hayes.
You're giving up?
I'm facing facts, man. Should have given up days ago.
If I had been a Sioux or a Blackfoot, this lesson would be quite wasted on you. Never let me catch you falling asleep on guard duty again.
Yes, sir.
Now pick up that weapon and look sharp.
Yes, sir.
Give me some boots, a pistol, and a horse. Move.
Trooper Reel, what are you doing away from your post?
Well, sir, I was standing guard duty over there and just...
But speak up, man.
Well, it's Colonel Custer, sir. I'm going to get him some gear.
Sure.
It's a ghost should be. 'Tis a shabby-looking one you are. Is it you, then?
Well, what happened to you, General?
Save the questions, Mr. Keogh. We're moving out on the double.
But the men have been 48 hours without sleep, sir.
48 hours, is that all? The moment I'm gone, you start pampering them.
Colonel Custer.
Jamesby, have the men ready to move in 2 minutes.
Yes, sir. You told me you were alive. Thought you were dead. Happy to see you back.
What are you waiting for, Sergeant? Get those men moving.
Yes, sir. All right, hit the dirt. Ready to move out. Saddle up. What do you want to do? Sleep your life away? The Colonel's back.
2 hours ago, I was the prisoner of Crazy Horse. If we hurry, we may still be able to catch them.
How many and how big a start do they have?
8 or 10 men, about 20 minutes ride.
Oh, no more than that.
The day before, he was accompanied by only one man, me. Come on, Mr. Keogh. What are you waiting for?
Welcome back, General.
You may never have another chance to catch Crazy Horse.
Hey, General, would you mind telling me what's going on around here?
Coats. No, wait. We'll fight them on foot.
Enough, Bob. Enough.
Remember, yellow hair is for me.
Run off their horses. They figure on having the advantage of close combat.
Let's show 'em, lads! Charge!
Any prisoners?
No prisoners, General.
You better tend to the wounded.
Aye, sir.
You're looking for Crazy Horse, sir. I'm afraid he got away. I understand you spent some time with him. What's he like?
What's he like? Impossible.
Disappointed, General?
Yes. Surprised? No. He always manages to slip away.
Aye, you'll be meeting again.
I'm sure of that.
Aye, and then you'll know more about the way his mind works and all.
That's true. And vice versa.
Come in.
I gave orders for the 7th to prepare to move out tonight.
And I countermanded those orders, Colonel Custer.
Why?
Why? You've been missing for days and presumed dead. Now suddenly you reappear. And without so much as a buy your leave, you order out your regiment.
I owe you an apology, sir. I'm sorry.
But I thought with Crazy Horse...
That's your trouble, Custer. Nothing matters to you except gratifying your own wishes. Nothing.
Well, we stand here and talk. Crazy Horse is making his way to his own people. In a short time, he'll be out of our reach.
For your information, Colonel, I have already dispatched 2 companies of the 5th Cavalry to go after Crazy Horse.
I know this man. I spent days with him. I know how he thinks.
I gave you permission to go and hunt bear, not sue war chiefs. Now, granting that your encounter with him was a matter of chance, the fact remains, Colonel, that you and the 7th Cavalry are under orders to engage in training and garrison details here and nothing else. Your insubordination's the talk of this fort. Even your officers are prone to disobey orders, and I cite particularly Captain Keogh. In spite of my specific order, stayed out for days looking for you. Now, I am willing to overlook your behavior and that of Captain Keogh under one condition and one condition only. And that is that you change your attitude and your behavior as of right now.
Yes, sir.
The 7th will return to garrison and forge detail at once. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Then that will be all, Colonel.
Good night, sir.
5th Cavalry, prepare to mount. Bones!
Flag! Prepare to mount! Sergeant! 7th Cavalry! Prepare to mount!
5th Cavalry! Right forward!
Mount!
Who's right? Oh!
Remember, let them come in close.
must be warned.
Reckon I could make it?
No, get to Custer. Not so far. Give him my orders. He's to return to Fort Hays, organize a defense against an immediate attack. Tell him he's not to relieve this column until that is done. And tell Custer that's a direct order.
All right, sir.
Let him go. He will bring more soldiers to die here.
What about the fifth?
Cow is at Beecher's Creek. Darn near wiped out the whole outfit.
Wiped out? Go on.
They had double-barrel, heavy-gauge shotguns. Just cut us clean to ribbons. General Terry says to go back to Fort Hays and to organize a defense against an immediate attack. He says don't try a rescue till that's done. He says that's a direct order.
How long can they hold out?
Not more than a few hours.
Company C, prepare them out! It's time to show them the 7th can fight. General Terry's orders, sir. Captain Reno, mount your troop. Sergeant Busted, I want 2 men to ride to Fort Hays and warn them.
Yes, sir.
Company B, prepare them out!
You fool, don't charge.
Biff's down yonder in the bottom in that brush. The Indians are scattered out along this bank here and up that slope on the other side.
There's no cover for us down there. You'd ride right into that trap.
You say they've got shotguns. What's the range? 30 or 35 yards?
Oh, I reckon maybe 40.
Captain Keogh, I want the range of those shotguns marked at 40 yards. Get out there and make a good guess.
Aye, General. Sergeant Bustard, would you care to accompany me?
My pleasure.
Akitita.
The marker until we draw their fire.
Range march, sir.
Arm twos!
Speak up, everybody! Arm twos!
Forward! Ho!
Watch and learn. You'll draw their fire. Out of range. The markers. Then when they try to reload, you'll charge. That's Custer.
Now! Shoot! Shoot, you fool! Shoot!
order to return to this post, Mr. Custer.
I received the general's orders, sir, and was carrying them out.
By riding in the opposite direction of this fort?
The general's order did not specify the route I was to take in getting here, sir.
Mr. Custer, I am recommending that you and your men be cited for gallantry. And now let me remind you of your orders. The 7th is assigned to garrison and foraging detail until those orders are countermanded. Do you understand me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Well, now, what's the word, General?
Mount the men. We're still on the labor force.